Hello dear friends, welcome back to the channel, The Wisdom Within. Until you make the unconscious conscious, it will direct your life and you will call it fate. This is not just a famous quote. This is a wake-up call. A profound message from the psychoanalyst Carl Jung, who dedicated his life to unlocking the mysteries of the human mind. Have you ever had the feeling that something is controlling your life? A loop, an invisible voice, a pull that keeps you going back to familiar, hurtful situations. Today, join me on a journey of awakening where you don't just listen to theory, but actually start to look at yourself. Reach the deepest part of yourself that you have forgotten. You may think you are in control of your life, but most of the time, your actions, choices, and emotions originate from a deep level that you are not consciously aware of. Carl Jung defined the unconscious as everything within us that we are not consciously aware of. It includes forgotten memories, denied emotions, buried painful experiences, and unacknowledged desires. The unconscious is not outside of you. It is you, but the part you don't know. Imagine you are living on an iceberg. The tip is what you know about yourself, your name, your profession, the personality you often express. The submerged part is the unconscious, which is dozens of times larger, and it is this that makes the iceberg drift somewhere, which you call destiny. Have you ever loved the wrong person over and over again? Have you ever felt guilty even though you did nothing wrong? Have you ever felt like there was something inside you holding you back, making you afraid of change, afraid of success, afraid of love? That's not a coincidence. It's your unconscious mind that's driving your journey. Jung said that if you don't recognize those unconscious impulses, you'll act on them without knowing it. And then you'll call the result fate. The unconscious acts like a shadow. It never leaves you. But only when you turn your back to the light will you see it most clearly. You attract the same type of people. Even though you know they're toxic, you're still drawn to them like a magnet. It's an unconscious pattern that hasn't been broken yet, that may have something to do with how you were loved or not loved as a child. You repeat familiar mistakes. Maybe overspending, self-sabotaging, avoiding opportunities, procrastinating. You overreact. A comment makes you explode. A look makes you collapse. These are not your reactions today, but your past reactions, still alive in you. You wear a mask, laughing when you are sad, being good but always feeling inferior, trying to please others. That is the persona of the social mask that Jung spoke of as another part of the unconscious. You feel, not yourself, the feeling of not being real, as if something inside is imprisoned. Jung didn't promise that you could control your unconscious. But he did point out that you can make it conscious, and when you do, you have a choice. Keep an emotional journal. It doesn't have to be pretty. Just write it. Write whenever you have a strong emotion. Especially anger, sadness, jealousy, shame. Those emotions are the gateway to the unconscious. Observe yourself in the moment. Whenever you react, ask, where is this feeling coming from? Is it part of the present, or is it a repetition of the past? Work with the shadow. The shadow isn't always a bad thing. Sometimes it's the assertiveness, passion, instinct, that you've learned to suppress in order to be accepted. Write down the things you don't like in others. They often reflect the shadow you reject. Dream analysis. Jung recommended recording your dreams every morning. Symbols like water, stairs, houses, darkness, children, death, all speak the language of the unconscious. Meditation and active imagination. Jung used guided imagery to converse with the images in your mind. This is how you connect with your inner world in a profound way. Find a partner. You don't have to go it alone. A therapist, a mindfulness community, or simply a good listener can help you reflect on yourself. Few people know that Jung once went through a severe psychological crisis. After breaking up with Freud's ideal, he fell into a state of panic, confusion, and disorientation. But instead of avoiding it, he went into his own dreams, the strange images in his head, and wrote The Red Book. A book recording his journey of dialogue with the unconscious. From there, he developed the theory of archetypes, shadow, anima, animus, and individuation, the journey back to his true self. Jung said, individuation is the process of each person separating from what is not themselves, to become a true individual. When you make the unconscious conscious, you begin to act more intentionally. Make choices that are true to your true values. Be true to yourself. No longer dragged by the ghosts of the past. No longer living according to the wishes of others. No longer led by repetitive patterns. You become the driver. You may think you are controlled by the outside world, work, society, family, time, but the truth is, no one and nothing controls you except the part of you that you have not yet seen clearly. Carl Jung gave us a key. Use it. The darkness is not something to be afraid of. It is just the part of you that has not been illuminated. And when you dare to step into it, you will see, there are no monsters. There is only you, a wounded you, but also full of light. Please share this video if it resonates with you. Leave a comment if you are on a journey of awakening too. And remember, you are not alone. Together we are becoming the light we have been looking for. You are not here to repeat the past. You are here to become whole. Beneath every pattern is a message. Beneath every fear is a fragment of you waiting to be seen. The unconscious is not your enemy, it's your forgotten self, calling you home. Don't run from it. Sit with it. And let the light of awareness transform it. This is your journey back to yourself. If this message touched something in you, consider subscribing, not for me, but for the version of you that's waking up. Share this with someone who needs light today.